Hey guys, what's up? Zach here, or ZeTutorials, and today I have a review of the HTC ChaCha, or as it's more commonly known, one of two Facebook phones. Now, some might call this a bad idea to make a dedicated Facebook phone. However, statistics show that over 250 million people access Facebook from their mobile, making this a very niche market. Now this Android mid-range smartphone is running 2.3 Gingerbread with the HTC Sense overlay, which I quite like as you get some pre-installed apps such as YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, etc. And it also fixed the screen real estate so that the 2.6 inches screen doesn't feel too small. Obviously, since this is the Facebook phone, the main feature that differentiates it from other smartphones is the dedicated Facebook button. Now when I first received the phone, I was very skeptical about the button itself, but to be fair, it definitely works, and it works quite well. Basically, it allows you to post to your wall at any time, no matter if you're in an app or whatever page you're on, web browsing, etc. But is this practical? For me, not really, but then again, I'm not the best judge since I don't really use Facebook too extensively. I'm more of a Google Plus guy and Twitter. However, if you are obsessed with Facebook and constantly updating your status every, let's say, 10 minutes, number one, do not add me as a friend, and number two, you will like this feature. So onto the phone itself. It has a 2.6 inch touchscreen display running at 480 by 320 resolution. That at first I thought would be too small, but surprisingly I didn't encounter any real problems, except for when web browsing. Of course, the phone is not the best at this with such a small screen, but it didn't bother me too much since I mainly use dedicated web apps. Now in terms of apps, most major apps have no problems with the screen. As you can see, Angy Birds right there, it fits the 2.6 inch screen quite well, but others are squashed into the portrait only apps, and therefore they do feel squashed and the screen real estate doesn't really work with it very well. So being honest, I would have liked a larger screen. Since there is all this unused space up top and down the bottom there, you can see that there could have been a bigger screen. But then again, it is a mid-range smartphone, and as the screen states, it does do what it's intended to do, so it's fine. Down at the bottom we have a full QWERTY keyboard, and if I turn the phone to the side you can see the buttons are slightly raised and curved, and the phone itself has a bend on it, giving a nice typing angle. After some getting used to, I didn't experience any problems with the keyboard, and I find typing to be a breeze. If I turn the phone to the rear, you can see its booty and a 5 megapixel camera with flash and autofocus. I found the camera to shoot some nice stills, and the autofocus worked quite well, snapping onto its target quickly. This camera can also capture video, however it is not HD, and it shoots in standard definition at 480p. All in all, quality looks quite good, especially in the always sunny weather of Ireland. It also has a front-facing VGA camera up there for Skype calls, etc. In terms of processing power, it is clocked at 800 MHz with a 512 MB RAM. I found this to be quite zippy and responsive. So speed-wise, there was no problems. Multitasking wasn't much of a problem either. So speed really isn't a problem. Included with the phone, you do get a 2 megapixel micro SD card, and this can be expanded to 32 GB if you so wish. One of the things I was most impressed with from the ChaCha was its build quality. It is strong and sturdy, which is very important to me when I'm choosing a new mobile device. Overall, I have to say I am impressed with the HTC ChaCha. With good build quality, nice specs, and running Gingerbread, it's a pretty safe purchase. In the US, you can get it from AT&T on a 2-year contract for only $49. With Ireland's 3 network, the phone is free on an 18-month bill pay contract. And with Vodafone UK, you can get the phone also for free with a 2-year bill pay plan. Also guys, if you would like to read a written review that goes into more detail showing full screen images, etc., hit up the link in the description. But that's it for the review guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'd like to especially thank Jessa over at HTC for sending the status out to me. And I hope to see you all in the next video. So this is ZeTutorials signing out. Because it's only €35 on eBay, I might as well get it